Day 9. Vlogmas 2023, Day 9. I'm in Philly, and I'll give you a good look over my shoulder, and actually I'll give you a panoramic view of where I am and what I'm in the midst of, just to give you a view of what it is like where I am. And what I'm in the midst of is life. It's filled with dips and dives and twists and turns. And on this 9th day of Vlogmas for me, what I'm having to do is another aspect of navigation, and that is making adjustments. Life tends to life is filled with change. And that's what I'm in the midst of. And I'm navigating one of the most major changes in my life. At the age of coming up on 61 in less than a month. I am making a transition into this area, Philadelphia. And I was looking at a lady named Chalene Johnson. Now, you have to pardon me for not knowing who she is or was, or maybe I have seen her across the telescope of time in my perusing of the internet marketing space over the last 13 years, which is something that I was doing when I was looking after mom, looking for ways to create and generate income. Somebody on his electric bike. But one of the things that she was speaking about was branding yourself, older people branding ourselves. And I liked what she was saying, because one of the things that we see a lot of supposed to be or so-called gurus, and they have expertise in their area, their space, as far as different elements of expertise, as far as like maybe internet marketing, but as far as life skills and as far as life experience, some of the people who are on the world stage and have many followers have a few years of life under their belt, to the point where sometimes listening to these young people is funny. They might have expertise in one area, but pretty obviously there is a need for other things. And that's not to say us older people don't need a lot of things. Even at our older age, we do. But the notion of a younger person giving massive amounts of direction to older people, and sometimes in a disrespectful way and manner, is not, I think, the way of the future. So what I'm doing, I believe, is my part. One of the things that I've seen, and this is just me talking off the top, that if I would have kept on, and I see Coach Prime mention it frequently about consistency. That's what I'll talk about today, consistency. In the midst of change, in the midst of the vicissitudes of life, I've heard the late Bishop Kaufman make that reference, the vicissitudes of life. But in the vicissitudes of life, one of the things that I realize is that you can get your bearings and your balance and make progress by maintaining consistency. We hear lots about that. A lot of people don't practice it. And I know for myself, had I stuck to what I began back in 2013, I would be 10 years in. Like, I had a website, work from home caregivers. And if I'd have stuck with that, it would probably be amassing a mint. So some of the things that I do now that some people push back on, I'm pushing forward on, because, like I said, had I stuck to my guns on what I was pursuing back then, I would be sitting on multiple thousands of dollars coming in monthly as a result of my YouTube channel, because I started YouTube. My first YouTube clip is no less than 10 years old, and I think I have over 15,000. It's a 20-second clip that I did of mom when Rebecca, my niece, was tickling her feet. A 20-second video, and it went around the world in short order. But I believe that I was swamped. I had too much going on for me to really be able to devote myself to it. But now a whole bunch of the space is inundated, but there still are lanes to be filled. And I believe that there is a space for me as I practice consistency. And this is actually what I'm doing in my standing here talking to you. This is the 9th day that I've consistently done the Vlogmas. But in addition to that, what I'm doing right now physically is I'm on my way to Planet Fitness. I have my Planet Fitness bag. I'm on my way to the gym. And I turned in the rental vehicle, so I have to navigate and figure out my way how to make it around town by public transportation, because there's some things that I'm in the midst of. I was endeavoring to do some things one way, didn't happen that way, and navigate. Not trying to be evasive, but I have been in the midst of, like I said, transition here in Philly. I came out because back just shortly over a month ago, Joan Pierce came to the church where I attended, Berlin, New Jersey, and I wanted to be close by. I rented an Airbnb it was initially from the 8th to the 13th of November. And what I did was, because it was so sweet, I decided to extend it. And you know what? I believe God is going to bless my efforts, everything that has happened from October 30th until now, when my grandparents' house sold. That's a pivotal point. It's a sore spot, because that's something I did not want to happen, and all the details and the ramifications behind it show me lots of things about myself and lots of things about others. And I've been learning lots of lessons about people, and it's good to know, because as we go through life, every once in a while you have to take a look at who's in your midst. And I am thankful that I have the discerning ability that God has given me to take a look at situations, properly evaluate them, and if they're improperly evaluated, still evaluate, make a judgment, make decisions, make moves, and keep pressing on. Mom, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of her passing this year. Last year this time, a year ago, on a Saturday, was the day before Mom's last day. She passed on a Sunday, so like last year this time. And I'm, to be honest, I'm doing a self-check, and it's not a front, it's no hype, but I feel fine. I feel okay. I feel good. I know Mom would want me to keep on keeping on, and that's what I'm doing. And the thing, like I said, the main thing the message that I want to convey and to share is that be consistent. Be consistent in what you're doing that will enhance and advance your life, that will make things better for yourself and for others. And this is Evergreen Jean. Check me out with my green. And I even have my green kicks. I'm going to put the phone down to my Evergreen Jean on the scene. And I say, keep on keeping on. Evergreen Jean, out.